all three of you made your debuts in films that probably couldn't have been made 5 or 10 years ago. For lack of a better word, you all gave performances that were bold and brave. Ayushmann, you played a young man whose father dozens of young kids through sperm donation. Arjun, you played a man who marries a woman, sleeps with her, and then dumps her, saying it was all part of a revenge plan. Huma, you play a woman who happily marries this hardened criminal and who revels in his power. I think what worked where these films and these characters are concerned is the element of surprise. I think the audience was surprised by how unconventional they were. What are you doing as you go ahead in your careers to make sure that you continuously pick perhaps films or parts that will surprise audiences?
Okay, first and foremost, there is no plan.
Sure.
There is no plan at all.
Okay.
Though I would like to say I waited for 4 years for making this transition from television to films. So I was doing anchoring on television and I was getting roles, sometimes second leads or maybe hero's friend, and sometimes good main lead but bad scripts.
Okay.
So somehow this was like Bridesmaid, Shujit Sarkar, the director, Juhi, the scriptwriter, and a sperm donor. First
He
thought,
related to it instantly.
I'm from Punjab, so men from Delhi, so they have high testosterone levels. So yeah, I related to that role completely, as rightly said by Arjun. So yeah, but having said that, I think the script was the hero of the film.
But yeah, I think first films also choose you. You don't choose your first
Sure.
films. At least, it's
Sure.
sort of what other people see in you or would want to sort of make for you. Like in my case, I didn't even know what my character was in Gangs of Wasseypur.
So you're saying I'm giving you all too much credit here for picking these brave
No,
roles?
you
I
are.
auditioned.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
And I auditioned
Yeah, she's
for
right.
45
She's
days.
right that scripts choose you, the films choose you. For example, I didn't audition for Vicky Donor.
Okay.
Shujit Sarkar was looking for somebody who had a connect with the youth and who was a Punjabi, and by default I was just fulfilling all the prerequisites of the director. I just landed there, ho gaya.
You look like
In
someone
my case,
who would
in my case,
be a sperm donor.
it was exactly the opposite. I've never been to a small town to live even for a day.
Correct.
So my interpretation
You
was
just look
purely
evil.
from yeah. That also, I didn't even think I looked like a anti-hero kind of guy.
Right.
So the director saw that in me. That's
Sure.
also the fun is that you don't know what your strengths and weaknesses
Right.
are in the beginning. People have a vision and a point of view about you, and they utilize you to the optimum. Like I didn't know my smile has some ability to look evil.
Right.
For me, it's just a smile.
Okay.
But Habib Faisal exploited my smile to
Yeah.
the point where now
Yeah.
whenever I smile, it looks evil.
Do that for us. Please do that for us.
Please
as well.
spoil
Yeah,
you for
that's the evil smell.
spoiled you for love stories completely. Yeah. All the three films that you've done, all the films that you've debuted in are films that broke the mold. But, when it comes to the pan-India hit, it's still the Ek Tiger, it's the Rowdy Rathod, it's Agnipath, which are, in a sense, the old format films.
Yeah.
So tell me the
Quintessential Hindi film.
fair
Yeah.
enough. The way ahead for you guys, would you rather do films that you believe in, or would you rather reach out to larger audiences?
I think we, right now, there's space for everything. This is the golden time of Indian cinema where they're looking beyond nepotism as well, where outsiders can also easily get an opportunity. And apart from that, there are films like Ek Tha Tiger and Dabangg, and there are films like English for English, Gangs, or maybe Vicky Donor.
Right.
And back in the day, in 80s, I think there was a clear demarcation or schism between commercial cinema and parallel cinema.
Right.
2012.
Lines
Lines
Yeah,
are blurred,
lines are
yeah.
blurred.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
That-
the idea is
oh
to
my
hit.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing so
a
well.
film that
Or
related
Kahani,
to-
for that matter.
Kahani, the
Yeah.
numbers are as good as any commercial
Yeah.
hit. Numbers will keep evolving. Today, 100 will become 200
Sure.
to 300. So
Yeah.
you can't go by saying, I want to aim for numbers. It's about
Yeah.
you want to break into each household eventually. That is what I mean by an eventuality. That people
Sure.
come and see whatever you're doing, believing that you do good work. Like Amir Khan is a prime example of that. He's broken trends and still kept it commercial. Rang De Basanti is not an
Even a film
run-of-the-mill
like
film.
Barfi, no?
Sure,
Correct,
yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
I mean, the kind of numbers it's put up, it's commendable that
Yeah.
Ranbir Kapoor picks up a script like that and goes
And
with his
also-
conviction and does it.
Okay. What's the worst piece of career advice you've been given? Each of you.
Why don't you go for six packs? Or maybe where are your biceps? Worst career advice. In fact, a lot of people in Chandigarh, I'm from Chandigarh, they ask me, dude, I want to be an actor. What do I do? What should I do? मैंने कहा तू कर क्या रहा है? मैं जिम जाता हूँ.
The worst career advice I got was, I was told a long time back not to become an actor. This was before I became an actor, and I think that was a very strange piece of advice I got. Because I was overweight.
Okay.
So somebody told me that, "Tu direction hi kar, actor mat ban."
Okay.
The worst advice that I got was say no to Gangs of Wasseypur. तेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया है, क्यों करेगी ये film? They're about some 300 actors. You'll get lost. you know, what do you want to be, like a character actor or something. I'm sure if you wait it out and you meet enough people in audition, you can get a big mainstream sort of a film and
Right.
your
You're the
song
heroine,
dance.
you're the
You'll be the
lead.
heroine, you'll be presented, your hair will, and I was like, okay, I've grown up watching, in the sense, I remember still watching Black Friday, and I was like, wow, who's this director? Is he like an Indian filmmaker? And I
Right.
always wanted to work with Anurag.
Another thing was when I was a radio presenter, when I was quite young, I used to wear braces and specs, and people used to say, you have a face for radio. Yeah,
That is
your
the
face for
main-
radio.
use करना चाहिए.
Wait.
You have a face for it.
Tell me, who's the one actor that you look at and say, that's the kind of career I'd like to have?
I think Amir Khan is one actor. Like he's a star, he's a superstar, choosing the right kind of films, and maybe the congruent films which I mentioned,
Right.
the commercial and maybe parallel cinema, the middle path. I think maybe Amir Khan, yes.
Okay.
As a young actor, and he is somebody who's only 3 or 4 years older than me, but Ranbir has really opened up avenues for people like me to take chances and do scripts and do characters and not worry about numbers and not worry about yaar isse market mein kya hoga, what will people think, what is the anticipation. He's done a Rajneeti also, he's done a Bachna Hasina also, he's done a multi-starrer like Rajneeti, and then he's done followed up with a Wake Up Sid, he's done a Rocket Singh, he's done a Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani, where he's had the ability to make people laugh at his foolishness and his mumbling, bumbling self.
Right.
He's done a Barfi now. So he's the kind of actor that gives you strength and courage to say, take those chances, it's worth it, because there is a big payoff to it.
Uma?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Can I say Kate Winslet? Will you pull my leg about that? No, okay. Yeah, so I would say like maybe a Kate Winslet, because again, she's someone, I think she's got such incredible range, and she can do a Titanic, Eternal Sunshine, Reader, whatever, and yeah, maybe her.
Closer home?
Closer home, I don't know. I really can't say. I mean, I really like Kareena. I think you know, she's done a mix.
So do I.
Yeah, we all like her. So, but yeah, so maybe her.
This is an unfair business, isn't it? As a newcomer, your competition, at least for the two boys, is not just Ranbir Kapoor and Imran Khan, but it's also Amir Khan and Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and Saif Ali Khan, who are well in their 40s and still playing students in college
I don't
and are
have
still
any
playing
older actresses to
sort of
compare
lover
with.
boys. How do you break into that?
That makes us feel secure. We're secure for 20 more years.
going to say that you
Thankfully, I don't
Yeah,
have that
yeah.
problem.
There is longevity.
Thankfully, I don't have that problem.
Firstly,
You guys
I don't
do.
think we should even get into thinking that they are our competition. I think we're in the same profession as of right now. But like I said, there's so much work happening that it's never going to overlap in
Right.
that sense.
Okay.
There are maybe in
There's enough to
in
go
the span
around.
of in the
Yeah.
span
Yeah.
of since April and May when our films released, I'm sure there must have been maybe one odd person that has overlapped in choices of offering him and me a
Yeah.
film together. Not
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
that, I'm sure.
Okay.
One or two people in the
Really?
So
Yeah,
their
you know,
competition actually for each other.
and that is the case. I mean, people today see. They also producers and directors select. Okay, हमारा budget इतना है. We want to
Correct.
make a film. So this is the kind of zone we're heading towards where actors are concerned. The people you're talking about, their numbers are different. The league of their saleability is different right now. And to be honest with you, I know that and I realize that because that is maybe the only understanding that I've learned by being a part of this profession since I was a kid. is
Right.
I would like to, like now I was shooting in a place like Nainital. I was
Right.
there for 4 days shooting. Nainital doesn't have a theatre. Rishi Kapoor and me were shooting there. Everybody knows Rishi Kapoor. Over the course of these years, he's done a body of work that allows him to be famous in a place like Nainital where there's no theatre. The closest theatres are 2-hour drive downhill.
Okay.
Obviously, nobody's going to recognize me there, and I know that, and that is the thing that urges me to continue. That hopefully there will be people when I come back in 15 years' time or 10 years' time, or hopefully 5 when the theatres increase, the audience increases. You can watch it on television, my movies. They should be able to recognize me there. So we are not competing with them because our reach is only not that much. So the producer doesn't take us for those kind of films. Ekta Tiger cannot be made with either me or him. It is designed because Salman Khan can take the load of an 80 crore vehicle.
Yeah. Uma, it's not true of actresses, however, isn't it? It's
No,
in
it
fact,
isn't.
it's not true here, it's not true in Hollywood, where actresses unfortunately come with a shelf life. They come with an expiry date, for
They
lack of a
do,
better word.
unfortunately, and more in this country than I guess abroad,
Yeah.
because you know it's all about how pretty you can look, and there's always someone prettier and younger and skinnier around the bend. So yeah, it is about that. But then, having said that, I think I don't know. There's someone always who should be able
Does
to
it
change the
then
rules.
make
Well,
it,
it might
you know,
change.
every
It
moment
might
and every
change
year
and yeah.
is very precious because
I don't know. I don't see it like that. I think there should be someone who should change the rules and maybe
Right.
think outside the box. Again, you're thinking of actresses as just doing the song and dance
I
thing.
think
You
Kareena
know?
is doing a pretty reasonable job
Yeah.
of
Sure.
breaking the prototype.
Absolutely.
She's a happily married person who's still continuing to do her work. So
Right.
And she still looks young enough to hopefully work with
Yeah, you have
people
someone like
me and
Kareena, you have
Right.
someone like
So-
Vidya, you know, and
so-
this sort
so
of not
it's-
really. But they're doing interesting work and they're pushing the envelope constantly. And so I don't know, tomorrow things might just you might be doing an interview or you might be like, oh, so how does it feel like to be part of this new wave of the female actors sort
Correct.
of, you know, doing interesting work even after in their, I don't know, late 30s, 40s, whatever.
You know, who's the one director that you haven't worked with that you would give an arm and a leg to work with?
One person, after interacting for the kind of time I spent with the man, I'm really intrigued to know how he is as a director. On set with me would be Aditya Chopra. I think there's something magical about
That would be for a
person.
lot of people, not to work with Aditya Chopra. That's
And I love DDLJ, but also more because I've now interacted with him as a person and I realize his love for and his passion for cinema is genuine and pure.
Okay.
He has an idea of the kind of cinema he believes in, loves making, the way he talks about it. So I would love to be on a set with a mind like that that can help me evolve as an actor. And also he does things, his writing is also very Indian, very I would like to do a film like that
Sure.
with him where I get to delve into his world.
Right.
Rather than being my own space, I would like to give myself completely into
To
that
him and
world
let him use
see
you in
what-
his kind
I
of
would love to
movie.
work with him.
Okay.
After interacting with him even more so.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, there was this youth forum in Delhi, and I was part of it with Imtiaz Ali.
India.
And you were also there, of course. So yeah, I think Imtiaz Ali is very interesting as a person. No chip on his shoulder.
Okay.
And the best part
Just
is
a lot of
he's earthy cool.
Okay.
He's earthy cool.
Such
He's
a bloody
fine.
cool personality.
Seriously, man.
Like
Yeah.
that chilled guy, just hanging.
Yeah, he's just like a
Urban
really
and
cool director.
earthiness clubbed together, and he knows his cinema.
Only talk about
Brilliant.
food all the time. I love people like that who
Sure.
can talk about everything else in the
But
world and
sure.
still make interesting
Cinema.
films.
Sure. Sure.
He's another damn good guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
many directors, like the list is actually endless. I'm very greedy that way, but
Sure.
I'm glad that I've worked with a lot of directors that a lot of people would anyway give their right arm
Right.
and like to work with. I worked with Anurag. I worked with Vishalji as a producer.
That's right.
I'm working with Nikhil Advani.
On Ek Thi Dayan,
On
which
Ek
is
Thi
going to
Dayan.
release.
He's
Right.
producing Ek
It's
Thi Dayan.
Ek Thi Dayan or Dayan?
Ek Thi Dayan. So
Ek
he's
Tha Tiger.
Ek Tha Dayan, Ek Thi Dayan.
Ab main nahi bola.
This April.
This April. So Ek Thi Dayan is Vishal Bhardwaj and Ekta Kapoor co-producing. So I worked with, and then I'm working with Nikhil Advani on D-Day.
But the one,
I would like to work with Karan Johar.
Karan Johar. That's interesting. Okay. Okay.
So that's simple.
He was. No, I want
She
to
made
bring
sure
it
all
up.
her
she
art
covered
house
all the
filmmakers
bases,
were
yeah, she
sort of,
covered all-
I love you and I'm but
My art house
I'm
filmmaker.
so blessed and fortunate, but I would like to work with Karan.
Please, says the Yash Raj boy who came late.
Now, what film made you want to be an actor?
I think I remember watching Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak when I was a
Okay.
kid. One of the first films. I want to be like Amir Khan. Then I saw Maine Pyar Kiya. I want to be like Salman Khan. Then I saw Bazigar and Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na. I want to be like Shah Rukh Khan. And there were phases in lives. So, but apart from that, I would love to do characters like Shah Rukh's character in Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na.
Okay.
And maybe Amitabh Bachchan's character in Shakti. Something like that. So I think the characters inspire, apart from the actors as well. That's what I want to say.
Okay. Amma?
I want to be an actress.
Nothing cooler than Lakhan.
My name is Lakhan.
It's just, those are the kind of films that stay with you and define you regardless. That becomes your default setting. I think as a kid, what you watch becomes your default setting as an actor also. It truly sparks you into life. You can play various characters, you can show all the emotions, but like the truest excitement I felt after hearing a script or anything is when I heard Gunde, I just felt like it's Ram
This is what
Lakhan for me.
Anil
This is what I wanted to do all my life. इस दिन के लिए भगवान ने मुझे धरती पे उतारा था.
Uma?
For me, I think it would be Shah Rukh Khan. Like, I really want to do a film with him at some point.
So
I
what
hope
You did
film
an
of
ad
his?
with it.
I didn't add. They told me, which is I was gonna come to. Is I was asked to do this ad with Shah Rukh Khan, and they told me, oh, you're supposed to be pregnant and all that. I was like, I don't care. Make me do anything. It's with Shah Rukh Khan. I'll be in the same room with
As
him.
far as Shah Rukh's baby, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
So what was the film of Shah Rukh's that perhaps was
All
it
his
DDLJ?
films, all his films from Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na to DDLJ to Dar to Bazigar, everything. I think like there was like especially like his earlier films and all the of course.
Talking about Shah Rukh Khan, I studied journalism because of Shah Rukh Khan, you know that. Always want to be an actor.
Okay.
I could have studied theatre.
Right.
But I did journalism and mass media
Okay.
from Chandigarh because Shah Rukh did mass media from Jamia Millia. I thought I should also do that.
You know when we shot that ad and you see in the monitor, so I saw both of us together and I was like, wow, I'm the coolest. Like that is the moment I thought I have arrived.
Coolest. You know, to other acting aspirants outside, you know, you've made it. All three of you have had success. You've made a place for yourself in the industry. What are your insecurities? What keeps you awake in the night?
Who will go first?
Dude, the best part is it was a gradual process for me.
Sure.
From theatre to radio to television and now films. I don't feel insecure at all.
Okay.
I have certain. I can go back to television and radio and theatre again.
Can you really?
I can. I think. I still do radio shows at times. I host award shows.
I don't feel like an actress. That's my biggest insecurity. I'm just like, I'm still feeling like
It's
me.
all surreal right now.
You know,
it's
it's
genuinely
sort of
surreal.
yeah. You don't feel like an actress. I thought when it'll happen and my film will release and I'm supposed to feel different or I don't know something was supposed to happen. I still feel like me.
The insecurity that genuinely for me is the only reason, and I can never hide that, is the fact that because I've always been overweight, it's my only concern that's always been is that I want to aspire to look my best at all times, because that is what gives me genuine happiness also.
Right.
You feel a sense, you feel genuine happiness when you feel your best and you look your best.
Right.
That's my only insecurity, and that I make it a point to work towards it. I be as careful as possible and as disciplined as possible, which allows me to be more focused at my work.
Okay.
I think we don't take it for granted
Yeah.
because of that reason. I was super thin, like he was a fat kid. We don't take it for granted.
Correct.
We are disciplined because of that.
So finally, let me ask you, when you have a film coming out, what's more important? That it is a box office success or that you get a good review for your
I think
performance?
first and foremost, being selfish as an actor, acceptance as an actor, being true to your craft, that's very important. And of course, commercial cinema will be the cherry on the cake.
Uma?
I've got good reviews so far.
She wants numbers.
I want numbers. Give me the money.
I'll just be honest to my roots. As a producer, son, it's numbers really are something. In terms of you want maximum number of people to watch your film at the end of the day.
Well, here's wishing all three of you the very best of luck. You are, in a sense, the future of this business. Congratulations for great performances this year and looking forward to seeing lots more in the years ahead. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for this conversation.
Thanks, Rajiv.